Hello and welcome to Shell Point Today for Wednesday, October 5th. I'm Dan Filgreen. On today's show, Ruth Deuber and David Lee will be in the kitchen again to serve up something delicious. This time it's a rice salad. And FineMark Bank's Jessica Stilwell-Catti and Anna Smith will be on set to talk about IRS and Social Security scams. But first, don't forget that Shell Point's own theater, or SPOT, will resume on Thursdays beginning tomorrow. Come and enjoy reading plays with your neighbors at 1:15 p.m. in the Osprey Room on the island. Also, we want to remind you of the hours for tours of the art studio and photo gallery down in the Creativity Tunnel on the island. Both will be open from 1:30 to 3:30 p.m. every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. These are also the hours for the Gulf Coast Model Railroad train room. So this will be an excellent time to invite your friends and take your family out to Shell Point to take in these fascinating attractions. And now it's time to heat things up with a delicious dish from Ruth Deuber and David Lee. It's time for What's Cooking at Shell Point. Today David is making a rice salad. That sounds yummy.
Hi, welcome to What's Cooking at Shell Point. I'm David Lee.
And I'm Ruth Deuber. And David is, well, it's part of it's already cooked, but he's going to make a great salad for us. And it's really healthy. You want to talk about wild rice a little bit?
Oh, sure.
Yeah.
I'd be glad to. Wild rice is one of those things where it may scare you at first because it takes a while to cook it, and there's a lot of different methods. And if you remember, if you saw the show on pressure cookers, I borrowed my neighbor's pressure cooker, and that helps a lot. But wild rice has got a great flavor. It's a unique flavor, and you can buy it at Publix. Here's the Publix brand. But I'm always looking for bargains. And so this is 6 ounce. And at Trader Joe's, you can get a pound of it for the same amount of money. So when you go down to, and it just keeps in your cupboard forever and ever. So anyway, that's wild rice. And so I want to show you once again another favorite recipe we learned from a friend for a salad. What I love about this recipe is it really goes well with fish, chicken, beef, or pork. And so I like to cook this, and it's a little bit bigger batch than usual, but then we have it for 3 or 4 meals. And it makes life easy all week long then. So we start off with a half a cup of cooked rice. And this is actually, after it's cooked, it becomes about 1.5 cups. So start off, cook the wild rice the way you want to cook it, and to the texture. We happen to like it more well done than some people do. Some people like it crispy. So, but for today, that's the main ingredient, and we have all these other ingredients we'll go to. But let's start first. To give it the unique flavor, it has orange in it, and so we're going to zest 1 whole orange. And as they teach you, as you watch the cooking shows, you want to just get the orange and try to avoid any white if all possible. So your box grater will have a nice fine grate on it. You can do that with any kind of grater you have. And for this recipe, I like to buy 1 nice big navel orange, because it also calls then for 1/4 cup of juice. And this orange is 1/4 cup of juice. So it makes it a lot easier. So I want all that zest in there, because that's what really gives you the flavor. So there's that. And of course, I said a nice big navel orange, because then we don't have to worry about the seeds getting in here. So we're just going to squeeze the juice in here. So we're planning a dinner for another couple tomorrow night. So you're helping me prepare for my dinner. And actually, sometimes you think it tastes better the next day. So there's our orange juice from our orange. Now, what we're going to do here is put the wild rice in first and add a couple tablespoons of oil. You can use either vegetable oil, or I kind of like the flavor of olive oil, so I'm going to use olive oil today. Just 2 tablespoons of whatever your favorite is. Okay. Then what I like to do before I put the other ingredients in, I'll explain to you, is to mix it up. And I usually use my hands, but I got just kind of, and get that orange juice nice and soaked in. And I hope you can notice it. It is soaking in all the orange juice. There we go. Now, we want to add to that 1/2 cup of toasted either almonds or walnuts. And we have almonds. And I just like to buy them fresh at the fresh market. Just then I don't have any leftovers and they don't get stale on me. And I toasted them just in the fry pan yesterday to get ready for this. Then 1/2 cup of cranberries. These are actually craisins from Costco, and I like to buy them for this. That way I can have it on my cereal in the morning too. And then 1 cup of frozen peas that are just thawed, so we don't cook them, so they're nice and crunchy. So there you have it. There you have it. Wild rice salad that goes with almost any main dish you want to serve. What do you think, Ruth?
It looks beautiful.
In
Of course,
fact-
that's a beautiful bowl.
Huh?
I can't wait to taste it.
Thank you. I
Oh,
think you
thank
better taste it, Ruth.
Okay. All right.
Yeah.
It's beautiful. Just look at the color in that.
Yeah.
The flavor of the orange juice.
Like the
Oh.
well, the orange is just you're not thinking it's going to be there. So yeah. So Ruth, that's what's cooking in Shell Point today.
All righty. Oh, hope you'll try it. I'll put the recipe up on the website. Thank you, David. We'll
Thank
see
you.
you again.
Thank you.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
And now the folks at FineMark Bank want to help you avoid financial scams. Today, Jessica Stilwell-Catti and Anna Smith are talking about IRS and Social Security scams. It's important to know how to spot them and what you should do if confronted with someone operating one. Here's Jessica and Anna.
Hello, I'm Jessica Stilwell-Catti with FineMark National Bank and Trust, and I'm here with Managing Executive of FineMark on the Island, Anna Smith. Anna, thank you for being here. And today we're talking about financial scams, and unfortunately you see and hear about a lot of them here at Shell Point. Is there anything lately, or what are the current scams? It seems like they kind of go in waves.
They do. They're always recurring and ongoing, but a lot of people are really fooled by the IRS scam particularly. They get a phone call, they get an email, and immediately, because it says it's the IRS, they think they need to act. And now
We're trained that way, right?
right.
I mean, it's the
like the government. We don't want to owe the
government's
government
knocking.
anything.
Yeah.
And usually it's you owe money and you need to contact us. They'll call, and we always say the IRS never contacts you by telephone or email. They only correspond via the postal mail. So automatically, that's a scam. Don't give out any information. Don't call the number. The other one is Social Security. And, you know, getting your Social Security number lifted and someone having access to that can be detrimental in
Because
many,
what does that mean?
many
I mean,
ways.
that's everything.
That's everything. And again, word of caution, the Social Security Administration does not call you. If they do, it's because you have a legitimate appointment that's been scheduled for you. Otherwise, phone calls are not made by the Social Security Administration. So again, be very, very cautious. If you're not certain, hang up. call someone you trust. We'll walk through it and tell you whether you should do it or not.
And I think that is probably the most important through this whole discussion we're going to have. Even if it were legitimate, if you don't feel good about it,
Hang up.
hang up.
Don't answer the phone.
And then you know what? You can hang up, and if you want to call the IRS or the Social Security with the proper phone numbers that you look up and have, then they're going to be fine with that.
Exactly.
It's nothing that you have to do. I mean, we're going to talk about that in a minute too. About, and I guess we can talk about it now. Of a lot of scams want you to act fast. They put pressure on the person to make a decision really quick, and that's always a sign of something wrong.
Always a sign that something is wrong. You know, an offer that's too good to be true usually is. If you don't do it now, it's not going to be there later. Well, you know what? If it really is legitimate, it'll be there tomorrow. It'll be there later this afternoon. So step back and think about it. Don't feel pressured or forced to make any decision now, because typically it's not going to be a rational decision.
Right. The other two big ones that I'd like to just touch on are internet email scams and then lottery scams. So let's start with
So with an internet or email scam, the recipient is going to receive exactly that, an email. It's going to be, appear to be from a very legitimate company, institution, or business. It's going to ask them to update, verify, change very sensitive personal information. You know, anytime someone wants you to provide them with any personal information, the flags should go up. Most legitimate companies or institutions, your bank, do not ask you to do that via an email. So typically that's going to be a scam. Again, is it a link that you recognize?
Don't click on
a
links.
link. You open it up for a virus. Look up in the web browser. Are you at a secure site? Does it say HTTPS? Know what you're looking at. Again, if you don't know who the email is from, if you're not certain about it, don't go there.
Right.
Just don't go there.
You can always ask for forgiveness if it
Print
was
the
something that
email,
was
come
legit.
see us at
Yeah.
the bank. Come talk to us about it. Just don't do it automatically.
And the other one is the lottery scam. And I've even received these, and you get excited because you think, oh, what if it's real? What if
And
it's true? What
sometimes
if I
there's
did?
a check there.
Right.
And the checks look very legitimate. We've had so many residents here come into the bank with a check wanting to negotiate that check. Well, the check can appear very, very legitimate and a negotiable check. If we deposit that for you, guarantee that check's going to come back. You could have spent a lot of money, and
Because
now you don't
that's
have the
point.
funds.
They ask you to send money for
And that's
something. I mean, you don't just get the check. They're asking
That's right.
you.
And if you get something that says you have to pay something in order to receive it, right there, that's a scam. You don't pay to receive your prize.
Right.
Never.
And I think one thing that I want to talk about too is people feel, I think, embarrassed and ashamed sometimes when they fall for a scam. But I would think one of the worst things you could do is not tell anyone, because your information is out there.
You should never be embarrassed. You're not alone. It's happened to many people other than yourself. It's best to say something, even if you were scammed, to go ahead and seek someone out that you can trust, and let's work through it and let's try to get it right. Because if you don't say anything, they have your information. The situation could be much, much worse than it initially is if you just sit on it because you're embarrassed to let someone know about it.
And just once again, if you're questioning something before you act on it, you will help.
And we see it all the time. We're very well versed in many of these because we've seen them so often, and they are prevalent, particularly with elderly. So just let's come in and talk about it. Let us look at it and help you out.
All right, Anna, thank you so much. If you would like to talk with Anna, if you think there's a potential scam that maybe you've been sent, or if you feel like something's already happened, you can do that. You can walk into FineMark on the Island, or you can give Anna a call at 461-5999, 461-5999. Anna, thank you so
pleasure.
much. I'm Jessica Stilwell-Catti with FineMark National Bank and Trust. Have a great day.
Hello everyone, I'm Coach Iggy, also known as Master Ingrid Oliver. I'm a 5th degree black belt in Taekwondo, and I'm here to tell you a little bit about a new class that we're teaching called Beginner Martial Arts. It is a fun and excellent class for you to take if you're looking to have a little more information about how to keep yourself safe, a little bit about self-defense, and some information about how to keep yourself and the loved ones that are with you safe when you're out and about around the city as well as traveling. This class will always be on Mondays, 3:45 to 4:30 in the afternoons, and it's $55 per session, 6 sessions at a time. The next one that comes up will be level 1 and level 2 combined. So if you can't come to the first one, be sure to come to the second. If you've passed on the first one, you may join the second to get more information to have your progress keep going forward in your self-defense. Now we're going to practice a little bit of the moves that you can do in beginner martial arts. One of the first things is if an attacker, this will be their face, if an attacker comes up, you're just going to hit them away with your open hand, which is everyone's first reaction, no matter what. So if they come up, boom! Great job! Now always keep a nice stance like Hannah has. Ready? And boom! If they come in with a lot more force, you use 2 hands. If they surprise you, you just get 1. That is fine. If they're stronger and taller and they need 2 hands, boom! Great job, all right. So again, this beginner martial art class is Mondays, 3:45 to 4:30. Sessions are $55 for 6 weeks at a time at the Health Club. Hope to see you there.
And now it's time to cover all of today's happenings, Academy news, menus, and Village Church connections.
Hello and welcome to the Happenings segment of Shell Point TV. I'm Bev Chandley and I'm here with Dora Robbins, and we're going to tell you the activities we offer for you here today at Shell Point. We start with the 7:45 men's Bible study. That'll be held in the Osprey Room on the island. At 8 o'clock we have men's round robin tennis down at the Woodlands. We have pickleball at the game courts behind the Resident Activity Center at 8 o'clock. At 9 o'clock until 12 o'clock, Jurassic Travel will be in the egret room to help you with any personal travel needs that you might have. At 9 o'clock, the Resident Council will be meeting in the Grand Cypress Room of the Woodlands. Also at 9 o'clock, we have the watercolor group with Phil Hilton. That's down in the art studio in the tunnel. We have the card making and scrapbooking group in the Tarpon Room. That's at 9:15. At 10 o'clock, it's time for the ladies' Bible study in the Osprey Room. Men's match play tennis will be down at the Woodlands at 10 o'clock. And at 10:15, we have the Model Yacht Sailing Club sailing their boats down at the Woodlands Commons Lake. We have a Health Connections class at 11:30, Agility, Balance, and Flexibility. That'll be in the Health Club of the Island, and that's our last morning activity. Here's Dora to tell you the afternoon lineup.
We're going to start this afternoon at 12:45 with strength and conditioning, and that's going to be at the Health Club. Sign-ups are required. At 1 o'clock, we have chess. That's the library lounge on the island. And you can visit the model train room from 1:30 to 3:30. At 1:45, we have a health connection. It's balance, stability, and strength. That is at the Health Club. We have jazz and stuff at 2:30, and that's at the Grand Cypress Room at the Woodlands. At 3, we have Pilates, Bar Fusion, and that's at the Health Club on the island. And at 4:30, we have indoor bocce. That's at the Health Club on the island. At 5 o'clock, we have singles tables at the Crystal Dining Room. At 5:45, we have the church choir, and that's at the Shell Point Church. And our last activity for today is at 7:15, and it's prayer and praise at the Village Church. That's it for today. We'll see you back here tomorrow.
Hello, I'm Terry Kolath with your Academy information for Wednesday. At 9 o'clock, Make Better Art will begin in the Save Room of the Woodlands for those who have signed up. At 1 o'clock, Intermediate Bridge continues in the Game Room of the Woodlands. And tomorrow we have a new class. It's Academy on the Go number 3. Our educational field trip is called Steaming Back into Time on the Peace River for those who signed up.
Menus for Wednesday. In the Crystal Room, the Crystal Platter is beef and broccoli over jasmine rice with vegetables and an egg roll. For dinner, they're featuring their a la carte menu. The soup of the day is chicken Florentine. In the Island Cafe, the sandwich special is a hot beef pastrami on a Kaiser with a potato salad for $7.95. Dinner specials in the Palm Grill are sole meunier for $17.95 or veal piccata for $16.95. All menus are available 24 hours a day at www.shellpoint.net.
Hello, welcome to Village Church Connections. My name is Jerry Nanfelt. I'm the Director of Women's Ministry at the Village Church. And today I have with me here Peggy Zimmerman, who is the coordinator for Bible studies at the church. And today Peggy is here to tell us about the Bible study that will start this week for the women at the Village Church. It's good to have you today.
Thanks.
Peggy, I'm glad you're here. I'm intrigued by the name of the Bible study this time, the Lucy Show Bible Study. Really? Peggy, is that why you have on that pretty hat today? You look very much like Lucy.
We're going to have lots of fun as we study the Lucy Bible Show. I don't have the blonde hair, but I can guarantee you we'll have lots of fun. And we'll look at Lucy and what the Bible has to say about the different subjects and her scheming.
Okay, tell us about the format. Will you have a video or will you have speakers? Tell us about what you're doing with the format of the
In
meetings.
each session, we're going to have lots of fun watching about a 30-minute video of the Lucy Show. Then we'll divide into small groups and take a look at what the Bible has to say about some of Lucy's schemes.
That sounds great. Which one of the subjects to be discussed among the women do you think that they will identify with the most?
Probably worrying.
Probably.
Yeah. Yes. Everyone worries at times, but then it's what we do that next step that becomes really important.
Right. Well, this sounds great, but we need some detail. When is the Bible study going to start? Where is it going to be? How long does it last? Give us some details about the Bible study.
October 6th is first date. We'll have 4 sessions, October 6th, October 13th, then October 27th, and November 3rd. We'll start at 9:30. In the hospitality room at the church. However, there's an opportunity for hospitality with coffee and cookies and fellowship with other women before the Bible study, so come a little bit early.
I imagine that women in our TV audience today will be interested in coming, and if there are those out there that want to come, what do they have to do to be able to attend?
We've got a couple of really easy things they can do. One, they can sign up between services at church, and in addition, people can just call me, 275-0009, and just let me know that they want to participate. They don't have to come to all 4. There's no book, no homework, no worries. Just come and enjoy and learn what the Bible has to say about it.
Thank you so much, Peggy, for being with us today and sharing all this information about the Bible study, which is going to start this week. Ladies, we hope that you'll be interested in coming to the Village Church and that we'll see you there this Thursday. The Bible study will start at 9:30, but don't forget to come at 9 o'clock for refreshments and fellowship. Join us, will you?
And that will bring today's program to a close for Wednesday, October 5th. Be sure to join us again tomorrow when Margie Lee returns with another Art Chat segment. She will be visiting with artist and Academy instructor Herb Sklar and his wife Sheila. And volunteer manager Beth Crenshaw talks with Dave Dimmick about the Pavilion Auxiliary's Bakeless Bake Sale going on now. Until then, I'm Dan Filgreen, thanking you for joining us, and we hope you have a wonderful rest of your day.